Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, you are going to learn about the most wanted functionality in sales module, that is nothing but the flexible workflow. Flexible workflow for sales module is available from the S/4HANA version 1809, and at present it can be enabled for the sales orders, quotations and credit memo requests. In order to use the flexible workflow, you must ensure to have the active workflow settings in the S/4HANA system and the Fiori server. We need to set up a few configuration settings to activate the flexible workflow for sales. Execute the above given path and activate the required sales scenario. Execute the given path and define the approval reason. Execute the above given path and assign the approval reason to the appropriate scenario. As part of this example, I activate it for the sales order scenario. We need to have the body implemented in S/4HANA system so as to meet the preconditions to trigger the flexible workflow for sales order. In my example, if the order type is ZIOR, then the flexible workflow needs to be triggered. In order to set up the team members, there is a Fiori app in which you define the team members for a particular scenario and set up the level of approval for each team member. Access the Fiori app, manage teams and responsibilities, create a team, enter the team members, and allocate the level of approval for each member. Save the team and exit. Let's take a business scenario for better understanding. I would like to trigger the workflow for the domestic sales order, which requires a level 2 approval in case the net value of the order is greater than 20,000 and the level 1 approval in case the net value is less than or equal to 20,000. In order to trigger the level of approval, there is a Fiori app in which you define a precondition to meet the flexible workflow scenario and step condition to meet the appropriate level of approval. As per the above business requirement, you need to set up the precondition as order type ZIOR and step condition for level 1 approval is blank and step condition for level 2 approval is net value greater than 20,000. Save the workflow and exit. We all set to go to run a sales scenario. Create a sales order with the document type ZIOR and save the document. You will find the new field under header status that states the transaction is in approval. Access the Fiori app with the approval user ID and access the My Inbox app. We can see the order that is pending for approval in My Inbox app. Click on the transaction and approve it. Now, go back to the sales order display, go to header status and check the approval status. This time, you can see it is released. Things to note that the document is not editable till the document is released or requested for rework or withdraw from approval on your own to make the required changes and send for further approval. In order to withdraw transaction for rework on your own, go to sales order display, go to edit, additional functions, withdraw approval. Make the required changes and save to trigger the workflow. So this is all guys about the flexible workflow functionality. I hope you got a fair enough understanding on this key innovation. Thanks for watching this video. Shining off.